Hello? Probably not. Hello, howdy ducks, howdy ducky. This is about as good as it's gonna. I thought I sounded good. Wait, what? Don't bully me. This is the best I've sounded in ages. I don't have the text-to-speech set up. I've been talking, I thought I sounded better. Cause like a few days ago, I sounded like really nasally. Like I sounded like this, cause like my whole fucking nose, like I had like a lot of phlegm. And so I sounded like really nasally. And I thought I didn't sound as nasally anymore. But it's not good. Look, as I was saying, by now I would technically be able to go back to work. Because it's been 2 weeks and you're meant to take a week to 2 off, right? So I'm good. She'll be right. You know, she'll be right, mate. She'll be right. But yeah, I might be a little bit worse at the moment because I made an oopsie, but I didn't want to let anyone down because I've been throwing off my, the bot's not on. I just noticed that. Sorry, it's been a little bit since I've streamed. Dude, I underestimated it so much. I've never really taken like Oxy before, but that's what they gave me as a painkiller. And I wasn't like, I thought I wouldn't need to take it. Boy, I was taking that shit religiously. That stuff sucks. It's good in that you can't feel anything because you're unconscious. Like, it's like the whole, when you get like really bad, only take it when you kind of need it kind of med. And I was fine the first couple of days. I couldn't talk. And then like the scabs started forming and falling, and then that was a problem. And there was no way I was going to be able to stream on that Saturday. I only really stopped taking the Oxy like mid last week. And I'm still kind of tired and worn. I don't know. But I hope everyone's doing well. Sorry, I'm trying my best to talk in a way that doesn't irritate it. Because I made an oopsie. I was hungies, right? And I was like, I'm gonna make myself a wrap. And I wanted to heat up my wrap. I just wanted to warm it up. I just wanted to give it a tiny little warm up. And I forgot about my wrap. And it went crispy. And I'm not up to crunchy food yet. I tried to have soy sauce the other day and I nearly cried because I forgot that I got my tonsils out. Because if I'm like, at the moment it's at the point where if it isn't spicy and it isn't crunchy and I've had Panadol, I'm fine. Right? My ear hurts when I talk because the nerves are connected, so I have a bit of an earache at the moment. So if you hear crinkling, I'm sorry, it's my ice pack. But it was crunchy, but I already put everything in it, so I ate it, and that was a mistake, guys. I can't have crunchy food yet. I downed the whole thing because I'm not throwing it out, and it tasted good, but it kind of hurt. I was hungies. Also, thank you for the follow, Nightmare. Thank you. And again, welcome in everybody. I will hydrate. Where's my drink? Give me a moment. I gotta find it. I'll be back in a moment. Give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna need Panadol. I made a mistake. It was fine. I was so excited to stream again. Everything was fine until I had crunchy food. And now it's like feeling swollen again. God damn it. I just didn't want to throw it out. But welcome in everybody. I'm so happy. It's been so long. I want to say I missed you guys, but I really didn't anticipate being unconscious for like 10 days, basically. Also, can I just say, they should give you a warning, by the way. I imagine surgery to be the closest thing to an alien abduction possible. Sorry, my throat's getting really clogged up because it's like, when it gets irritated, it gets mucusy because I think it's trying to protect itself. But then it makes it really hard to talk. I couldn't talk because I kept gagging when I tried to talk, and then Jesse would just look at me and I'd just kind of hang my head and walk back to bed. As I'd be like walking around really dizzy because I'd take the ox. I don't know, I like being alert. Like, I know that I'm lazy and I just zone out and I scroll social media and like just sit there and do nothing for hours, but I want to know that I'm doing nothing for hours. You know what I mean? Like, I want to consciously know that I'm zoning out. But with like the oxy, I just was either unconscious or on border of. I don't know if that was a bit of a skill issue on my part, but I imagine that surgery is the closest you can get to an alien abduction. Because I go in, I'm on the table, and the last thing I hear basically is, have a good sleep. That's it. Next minute, I open my eyes to my name being said. And then I'm like choking. They rip I say they rip. They didn't rip it out, but it feels like they fucking ripped it. It's one of those things where it's like they did it carefully, but it's a tube in your throat. Or in your, I don't know, I think it was in my throat. But it was like, you would just come into consciousness, and they're just like, I sit there and it's like, oh, Emmy. And I open my eyes, and then they just fucking Beyblade rip out this tube from my throat. And then, sorry, and then, they just look at me and they're like, you want a Zupa Duper? Like, what? What do you mean? That's crazy. Just fucking Beyblade rip a tube out of my throat and then offer me a Zupa Duper? I said no, I was too afraid. Because I was like feeling nauseous. And I literally said to them, because beforehand they're like, is there anything we should know? And I was like, I would rather die on the table than be sick. And she's like, oh, okay, I'll make sure they give you anti-nausea medications while you're under so that you don't feel as sick coming out of it. And I'm like, thank you. Thanks for that. Thank you as well, Ducky, for fixing. Sorry, I'm very out of it. I haven't streamed in a while. And again, I probably shouldn't be streaming at the moment. And it was like a... Sorry, my brain is dying. No, I'm fine. As you can hear, it's like clearing up. I ate crunchy food. Unless I do something to fuck it up, like if I'm talking too much or if I yell too much, I'll probably be a shorter stream today. But if I'm doing too much, then it causes problems. But I'm fine. It's been 2 weeks. If you could send a kid to school, I can sit here and stream. And then I feel really bad because the way I worded it, it makes it sound like everyone was so awful. But I was like borderline in tears the whole time. They pointed it out, by the way. How fucking rude. I'm sitting there and he's explaining the procedure to me. And I'm just like, And then he's like, you look like you're going to cry. You good? You're not meant to point it out. We'll take you in, we put you under, I get it out, you might feel a little bit groggy. Sorry, it's, if you can hear I hope you can't hear the Oh, but I have my mic arm back. Yeah, I don't want more time. I'm fucking over it, dude. I keep, like, again, I keep upsetting Jesse because I keep being like, man, why do I feel so tired? And he's just like, fucking wonder why you feel so tired. And I'm like, do you think I can have spicy food yet? Dude, I want sriracha so badly. I lovingly gaze at the sriracha bottle in my fridge, knowing that if I were to pick that up, I would be fucked. I'll tell you what though, another thing they didn't warn me about is my taste buds are gonna fall off. Also, welcome in Dyslexic Batnam. TikTok, it was Anastasia Daddy was going under for a weight loss. And right before he gets under this graduate sex change operation, I would have cried, but probably just because they spoke to me. Like, again, I wanted to cry the moment they said my name. And then they asked me, like, you know, are you in pain or, you know, anything like that. And then, like, I didn't want to be a bother. So I was just like, a little bit. I think the number I said was like 7 or something like that. Like, I just got it, like the thing pulled out of my throat. My mouth feels like shit because I've just had them literally remove something. And he was like, you in pain? And I'm like, you know what? It's about a headache. It's like a really bad... I think he could tell though, because he dosed me up again anyway. Because I literally said, he said, are you sure? And I'm like, I don't want to be a bother. And he's like, okay, well, I'm going to go get you some more pain med. And it's like, thanks. Also, welcome in, Rogue. It's also funny because I remember the stream before I went in. I was like, I'm going to tell them to drug me the fuck up. And then I walked in there and I was like, I don't want to. I think I upset them a little bit because I thought they were exaggerating when they said that I'd be wobbly. Because I'm sitting there and I'm drugged up, right? And so I'm stupid. And I'm drugged up, so like it doesn't really hurt anymore. And so I'm like, did I even get my tonsils out? And I couldn't stay conscious, basically. Every time they did something, a check on me, they had to wake me up to do it because I was not awake at all, basically. And they said, look, you're still really, really tired. If you need to go to the toilet, make sure you press the assist button so we can walk you there because otherwise you might fall. And I was like, that's ridiculous. I didn't fall, but goddamn, I nearly did. I didn't tell them that though. Because I was like trying to get onto the toilet without dying. And there's just a knock at the door being like, are you good? You haven't fallen? And it's like, not yet. Come back in a few moments. I wish I stole the grippy socks. I don't know. I really wanted to steal them. They weren't mine to take, right? And that's my one regret about all of this. Was I didn't take the grippy socks. I feel like I'm out of the loop as well, because since I was like so tired, I don't know what's going on anymore. What is everyone up to? I don't know. I missed out on so much. Because all I did was sit and I watched the same YouTube channel over and over again. Because I wasn't conscious, so the videos could replay and it's like, oh, this is the 3rd time it's on the screen, but I didn't see this bit yet. You wish you could ban me, but I'm unbannable. I cannot be contained. It is impossible. I'm too strong. Honestly, my strength surprises me. I'm just unstoppable. But yeah, I don't really have, it feels awkward because it's like, yeah, I'm finally back. And then it's like, I don't really have much to talk about because that's about it. I went, that everyone was really, really nice. I got my tonsils out. And was unconscious for over a week, basically. Dude, the other thing they didn't warn me about, I enjoy bathroom time sometimes, right? If it's not like a knee gripping, white knuckling, shaking, sweating level stomach ache, then you know it's kind of you get some thoughts in, you go through your phone, and it's a break time, you know. No one expects you to be productive when you're shitting. It's a time where it's like, again, there's no like, oh, I'm meant to be doing something and I need to be faster at it, right? Because like when you have a shower, in the back of your head sometimes it's like, oh, I shouldn't waste water. I'm enjoying this mental breakdown, but I probably should just get up and have my shower before the water runs cold or I run out of hot water or anything. End early and rest more. I've been here for I haven't even been here for 30 minutes and you want to get rid of me. What the heck? I can tell I wasn't fucking missed. Wow. What's the plan? I don't know. I was like, maybe I'll play. I'm trying to think. I am. I am better. It just sounds funny. It only I wouldn't hurt to talk right now if I didn't accidentally crunch my wrap. Do you know what I mean? True, because I was trying to think of games to play, but I feel like any game I play, I won't be able to shut up. Like, I feel like if I try to play Monster Hunter, which also, yes, I did play the update. I played it on my phone because I couldn't get out of bed. So I streamed it to my phone so that I could, not my phone, my iPad. I streamed it to my iPad. Not shutting up anyway, true, but like right now it's like a talking volume and it's not like, you know, I'm not screaming and I'm not yelling at Wolverine or anything like that, you know, it's just talking. But I might boot up some ducks. Don't worry, if my throat actually starts hurting too much, I'll end. I'm a bit of a weenie. Like I said, the main thing that happens is it gets really... Because it's itchy right now, but it's no worse than any other sore throat that I've really streamed with. It was pretty good. The main thing that's irritating me now is my ear hurts. Because the fucking body is fucked. Your fucking ear and your throat share a nerve, right? So a lot of that shares a nerve. So because I got my tonsils out, I get earaches. Who the fuck designed this shit? What? Gotta play Reaper. I miss playing Reaper. I was playing Reaper with Kirsty so much, and now I can't play. I'd have to use exclusively text-to-speech. I don't want to do that. I don't know. I was going to try and use the text-to-speech, but Jesse wouldn't let me. He said it would be too bad because I didn't want to set anything else up. So I was like, yeah, I will just use Google Translate. And I was like, and then because at that time I really couldn't talk to even him sometimes, so I was just texting him a lot. And we were sitting, and we were watching Kitchen Nightmares. And I was trying to say something, and he's like, and then I mentioned, like, you know, that I was also at the same time, I was trying to say, like, oh, I'm gonna stream this week. I'm gonna totally stream, even if my throat's not good, because I'm just gonna use Google Translate. And then I pulled it up on my phone, and it said, yeah, and then I typed in, you know, something along the lines of, yeah, I'm just gonna use it like this. And he just looked at me and said, no. Still don't know what was wrong with my plan. Google Translate is free and it works, okay? It's free and it works. I don't have to set up a program. I didn't think a plan far enough ahead to be able to set up one in my voice, so it's not like anyone I picked wouldn't be like, you know, it's not like, oh, you know, I already had one. I didn't have a recording or anything, because they usually get you to read a script so that they can get all the syllables and things or whatever it is. Thank you, Sarashin! It is, I'm relatively always art, calm, yapping, no risk of scrim. I was going to. I'm so upset. I am an idiot. Do you know how many times they asked me in that hospital, do you need a doctor's certificate? You know, do you need a doctor's certificate for work or study? And my dumb ass, I was still under the influence that I wasn't going to be unconscious for a week. I think I only really stopped taking Oxy on like day 10, day 9 or 10. Afterwards, I was like, yeah, okay, maybe I can get by on only religiously every 4 hours I taking Panadol and ibuprofen. I think I can stop taking the big ones now if I just ice packs, ibuprofen, all of that. So, I thought I was going to be productive. I was like, you know what? I'm going to get since I can't stream, I'm going to get so much artwork done. I'm going to get so much schoolwork done. I'm going to get so much. I did fucking nothing. Like I said, I was unconscious. I was literally waking up, taking drugs, and going back to sleep. The only thing I could eat was soup and mashed potato. It doesn't help that when the moment I got home, basically, I don't know what it was, but I just had the worst bout of illness. So I am literally just over 24 hours of having something cut out of my throat. So all of that's still really raw on its own. And now I can't stop being sick. And that sucked. You heard custom animated emote? I haven't got anything open at the moment because I knew I would be busy due to study, and then I was hoping I'd open at the beginning of last month, and then I got really anxious over getting my tonsils out, so then I stopped being really like doing anything because I was like anxiety riddled, and then I haven't done anything the past 2 weeks either. And then, do you guys want to know a fun fact? I am gonna disappear again. I'm probably gonna disappear again. Oh shit, I forgot to actually open. I like opened the game and I'm staring at the screen and then I was like, oh wait, I didn't. Suggest someone? I have not commissioned any. There are a ton of artists. I'm trying to think off the top of my head, but I cannot right now. My brain is not there. Howdy, howdy, eyes. Howdy, howdy, lousy. See, I feel like my voice is getting better. You guys are shitting me, right? This sounds fine, right? It sounds better. I feel like it's calming down because I've been holding an ice pack to it, and I feel like that helps it. But this is fine. I still sound. No, I don't. I'm huffing copium. I need a sip of something. But yeah, the other thing that... I'm just really silly. Because again, I thought I would be really productive. That was a mistake. And then I thought I would be... Hang on, this might not work. No, it is working. My poor little laptop, it had a break. It's like, wait, no, I thought this was over. And it's like, haha, no it's not. Fucked. Ah, not that one. This one. Oh no, I don't need this one then. It's not coming through. Brayden's not giving me it matters, but it's like, it's the vibe, you know? Making a whiny noise. Aftermath might come back to bite my ass. Yeah, it probably is. Like, again, I can tell that I will not be great later, but that is later me's problem. That is for later me to deal with. I don't want to, I don't want to stream. I'm over laying in bed. I don't want to lay in bed anymore. I'm just over it. Like I said, I thought I would be productive, but then I did nothing. I even set up like a list of movies that I'd been meaning to watch. I didn't even watch any movies or TV shows. The most I watched was I watched some of Kitchen Nightmares. And I started watching The Pit recently. And that's it, because all of that first bit, I wasn't awake enough. So like, I don't know, like in my head I was like, I'm gonna watch movies, I'm gonna do art, I'm gonna do schoolwork, I'm gonna get on my laptop, I might edit video. Nothing, I wasn't awake. And it pisses me off, dude. I'm still pissed. Like, I don't know. Why bother giving me pain medications? You're not managing my pain, you're just making me unconscious. I could do that with pills that aren't like, you know. They give you a big fucking pamphlet too. I felt really goofy. It's just like this big ass pamphlet being like, you're going to be suggestible, fatigued, and you might get addicted. And it's like, that's fun. Thank you so much for the raven doll. Now I have to stay. Ha ha! Ha ha! Welcome in, everybody. I hope you're all doing well. We're just having a very quiet stream today because my voice is still recovering from getting my mouthsticles removed. So we're still getting there. But I hope you had a great stream, Bento. If you need to raid and run, make sure that you do. Make sure to take care of yourself. Do as I say, not as I do. Thank you for the follow. Thank you. Is it two? Lou? I think it's Lou. My brain is like, is it I's or L's? Thank you. I made it myself. Lou? One time that she's listening. I only listen to chat if it's going to sabotage my gameplay. That's the only times I listen to chat, is when it'll sabotage everything. Call me Lex is easy. I will try. 4:30 a.m. for me and work tomorrow. We have a great rest of stream. Thank you so much for the raid. Thank you, and everyone should check out Bento. They're awesome. I love lurking in their streams. I like chatting in their streams occasionally too. I don't talk in a lot of streams. So it's like if I send a message on your stream, you're special now. Because usually I'm too scared. Stop this game with 100% in it and so nothing to do. It's kind of just tradition now. To be like, it's time for me to not shut the fuck up, but if I play a game, it's like I'm too tired to play a game. I'm too tired, like if I talk, yeah. Basically the app production of Operation failed, pretty much. I was literally trying to talk to, I mean, I would be surprised if you can backseat ducks. How would you backseat duck watching? That would be almost very impressive if you could backseat duck watching. Like, no, you're watching the wrong one. That one's not my favorite one. You know? I don't think you do anything. Isn't it? It just sits there and does stuff? There's a hidden door? Wait, there's levels? Total L unfollow, unsub, unfollow. At least I get unblocked. That means that I can annoy people. You know, because if you're not blocked, you can't. Just made my game look weird for a moment there. That's fine. Actually, I do have a fire duck. Did you not just see that? That was a duck and it breathed fire. That's literally a fire duck. So now you have to like refollow. Welcome everyone. I didn't introduce myself. My name is Emmy. I'm a Border Collie VTuber. I didn't stream for the past like 2 weeks because I had my tonsils out, so my throat is still in recovery, and my ear hurts because your nerves are weird. That's the one that pisses me off the most, because it was like, what do you mean my ear hurts? Like, okay, my throat hurts because you cut something out of it. That's cool. Why does my No, it's fine. It's fine. That's what pain medications and I have an ice pack. Listen. Ice pack. It's basically melted now. I might have to go and see if I can get a different one. It's not very cold anymore. It's fine. Don't worry. Again, I'm not very good with like pain and everything like that. So if it does get really bad, or if it actually does get difficult to talk, because again, it's no worse than the times where I've like sang too much, and I'm, you know, where I overdo the karaoke and I'm a little bit hoarse the next day. That's about all. It's about the same level as all of that. So it's not too bad. The fuck up, Ducky. Also, thank you, Lex. My brain went to go like a big Liz show, but it's like I don't know where the binoculars are. I didn't know you could click on anything. Oh, you can. I didn't know you could. I've always just had it as a background. It started when I did a 24-hour stream like last year, and I was like so like on the borderline of passing out kind of deal. Like I was just too tired, so I just kind of sat here for like 6 hours staring at fucking ducks, because that was better than staring at the abyss, because I was too tired to play anything. But I didn't want to end stream because it's a 24-hour stream. And then since then it's kind of been the like, I don't want to play anything, and I can't, but we want something on. Sucks. It's like the equivalent of Family Guy. This is the equivalent of, dude, it actually kind of funny. It is. I didn't think about it that way, but this is literally the equivalent. I'm literally putting on like Family Guy or Subway Surfers or Minecraft parkour video, and will I have something to say, so that there's like, you know, that everyone pays more attention kind of vibe. That's kind of funny. Howdy, you look mad. But yeah, basically, yeah, Jesse is at work. But yeah, I was gonna say, I am going to disappear soon. Again. I just got back. I'm going to probably stream, I'll try my best to stream the next few days, but my little brother's coming over. So, him and Jesse are going to be playing games in the background, obviously, so, because his internet isn't too good, and so when he comes here, it's like, all, like, you know, it's like, oh yes, finally, I can play Counter-Strike without lagging out and everything. Like, I can just play the game and I don't have to worry about my internet connection. So, he was probably going to be playing games that are, like, louder in the background. And then after that, next month, finally, I just got surgery this month. Jesse is getting surgery next month. So, his is way more serious though. Mine's like, my throat's itchy, can we fix that? And his one is, he has a growth in his ear that if it doesn't get cut out, it's gonna kill him or something. So like, bit more of a like, they have to chop his ear off and then sew it back on. Fucking wild, dude. It's spooky. And then it's kind of awkward because I'm more scared of it than he is. Like, he's just like, well, I guess that's scheduled. And I'm sitting there because, like, I was, like, almost about to cry when my surgery got scheduled. And I was like, oh my god, it's actually, like, real now. I was gonna cry. Because I was like, no, that's scary. And so, like, he looks at it, he's like, oh, yeah, I'm scheduled in for next month. And it's like, I ask him if he needs a hug, and he's like, I was like, it's scary, isn't it? And he's like, I don't really care. I was like, okay then. Guess I'm more nervous than you are. Never met my upcoming surgery. I wish you the best of luck with it. I hope they offer you a Super Duper. I don't know. I didn't take it, but it's nice to know it was there. I feel so bad. I wasted so much food because the first time I was so tired, right? I was just not, again, every time they came in to check things for me, I was asleep and they had to wake me up. So I was just out of it the whole time pretty much. And they walk in and they're like, have you eaten yet? The place is going to, like, the kitchen's going to close soon. Like, you need to eat. And I'm like, I got a swollen ass fucking throat, dude. I don't want to eat. I'm fucking tired. Let me sleep. And she's like, here, let me help you order stuff. And she's just asking me questions, and I wasn't clicking that she's getting it. You know what I mean? Like, she's just like, what kind of bread do you like? Do you like ham on your sandwiches? Do you like soup? Do you like, and she asked me all of these things and I'm just sitting there and it's like not clicking that she's pressing buttons and ordering all of this. And so I fall asleep and I wake up to the person bringing in like 3 full plates of food. I just got my tonsils out. None of this is soup. None of it. The only thing I could partially eat out of it was some of the fruit and ice cream. That was it. And even then I couldn't really eat the ice cream because it was making me feel so fucking sick. I had like 1 spoon and I was just like, I don't want to eat it. Nope. I'm not eating it. Howdy, Brooklyn! Keep falling asleep to this beer stream. Hell, I love lurking in bento stream. They're so relaxing. It's such a vibe. I wish I could be like that. I want to have that kind of vibe. I feel like so many of the streams that I watch, like I watch lots of chaotic streams as well, but so many of the streams that I watch are just like chill vibes, right? It's like sitting down in a quiet group, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like when you're talking at a library kind of deal. Like, it's that public vibe. Does that make sense? I don't know how to explain it. But it's like, yeah, it's like it's relaxing. It's like you could study to this. You could fall asleep to you just exist in this. I wish I could have those vibes. I feel falling asleep in streams. I worry about giving the impression I'm bored. That's okay. I'm pretty bored. But also, it's one of those things where it's like, who's gonna know? How would I know? You could fall asleep right now. I wouldn't know. God knows how many people in here are asleep. Who knows? They're all just sleeping. I'd scream wake up. Usually this is the part where I'd jokingly scream wake up, except that I think that might tear something. And I'm lucky enough at the moment that I didn't get any bleeding. Okay, well, like a tiny bit, but like that's normal. Like nothing, like not bad bleeding. I had the tiniest bit because I kept talking and then oh my god, I sneezed one time and it was the worst pain I've ever felt in my life. I actually screamed and Jessie came running in and was like, you good? Ignores all. Yeah, I ignore everybody equally. Well, to the best of my ability. Some people might get a little bit of special treatment and some people might get a little bit more ignored. But like, if it still bleeds, no, it's not bleeding anymore. And that's why I'm not screaming, because I probably would. I made a mistake. Okay, so if you get your tonsils out, carrots are crunchy. Guys, I don't know if anybody knew this, but did you know that carrots are crunchy? Because I'm trying to go through that phase. I'm going through a phase of like cooking again and trying to be healthier. So I was like, maybe I'm a carrot stick kind of girl. I'm fucking not. I can't stand that shit. I tried my best to eat it, but I was like, I am not a carrot stick and dip kind of person. I can't stand this shit. I'm gonna eat it because I spent the time cutting this up, but like, I fucking hate this. And then that made it angry because did you know that carrots are crunchy? And I didn't think about that. And that was a few days ago as well. So it was pretty bad. Like, it wasn't bleeding, but it looked like it was. Celery with dip? I'm not a big celery fan. Good to just talking this much will reopen, and if it reopens, then you'll need even more rest to fix that. That's where you're wrong, because I'll just keep pushing until it fixes itself out of spite. I still kind of wish I'd gotten sicker as a kid. Because I had lots of throat infections as a teen. And I had tonsillitis quite a bit. Where, like a bad bout of tonsillitis when I was like in primary school still. And they talked about it, but they were like, look, she'll probably be fine. And I wish that they just looked and gone like, no, just take them out now. Because if you're a kid, apparently it really is like a few days. Because you just bounce back. But the moment you're not a kid anymore and you're like a teenager and an adult, you're fucked. Judged for liking beetroot dip? Beetroot dip's good though. I don't think anyone should be judged for liking anything. Except League of Legends. I think that's about it. If you like Riot games, fuck you. No. Do I stream full time? I am unemployed. I am what you would call... I'm what the kids call a loser. So, that's my... I'm currently trying to do get a certificate for IT at the moment, but otherwise I don't have a job, so I guess you could say I stream full time. I don't know, it feels weird because I feel like if you say you stream full time, what justifies streaming full time? Is it income or is it time? Because if you ask me if I stream full time, then sometimes, yeah, I do stream in the week. I'll stream like a work week's amount of like time, right? Like I try to stream what is that called? My brain's dying. At least 3, usually. I try to stream 3 to 5 days a week. Would be 7. But I need a break from everybody. Income? Then no, I do not stream full time. I try not to talk about any of that because I don't ever want it to be an influence on anything that's like I feel like anytime I feel like it's just one of those things where, as like creators in general, like it's just one of those things where if you are on the internet and you mention anything like that, it just comes across like that, even if it isn't. When you talk about things like, you know, income from content creation, it was very like taboo. No, I'm not saying that you just shut up, but I was just going to say, because it's like, it feels weird as well, because for the first time in ages, right, I think basically almost every year, I have gotten a payout from Twitch consistently, right? I don't rely on it, it's not a big problem, but it was just a funny feeling of like, I guess that's probably also why I'm streaming, because I was like yesterday I was sitting there, I was like, oh yeah, that's right, and then I checked and I didn't make enough to hit the threshold kind of deal. So it's like just that thing of like, oh no, I really have not streamed. Like I really did take a big break. I need to get... So then it's like, fuck it, I gotta stream now. I was gonna stream yesterday, but I was just so tired. I've just been really, really tired. I think it's the other problem. I'm gonna go put this in the freezer. There's no ice left. It's just room temperature water now. No, that's all I was going to say. I was just saying that it's the other reason why I'm streaming is because I saw that there's like, it's just one of those things of like an indicator of like, shit, I haven't been live in ages, when it's like I didn't make the payout when I usually make the payout every time for like the past year. I've tried League of Legends only so like it was like a goal I think with the 24-hour stream and stuff. Anyway. Go-to's a beetroot or eggplant. I haven't really I think I'd like eggplant. Beetroot I think I would probably skip on because there's other ones I prefer. Obviously I like a good, like, as far as like things you dip stuff in. I like a good, like, you know, avocado based one or like a hummus. I love like anything that had like there was like jalapeno hummus. I loved that. Cream cheese based ones. French onion's a good one. But at the moment, I've been going through a tzatziki phase. Sorry, my phone is going off. I forgot to put it in mute. I'm out of like, what is that word? Practice. I'm out of practice. Yeah. I forgot what I was going to say, but also I'll be back in a second. I forgot what. Yes, I was going to do that. Give me a quick moment. What have I met you before? Like, do you mean have we met before? Probably not. I don't get out, even on the internet. I don't leave the house, and I don't get out on the internet much either. I feel like I should. I feel like I should. I want to be the kind of person where you recognize them in comments and things like that, but you'll never see me anywhere. Because it feels weird when you look at something and you're like, damn, it's them, you know? Like you're watching a video that's unrelated and you see a comment from another creator you watch or something like that and you're like, damn, they get around. It's like, I want to be that. I want to piss people. I want to annoy everybody by being everywhere. I want to be everywhere all at once. You go to watch a, like, you know, YouTube video, I'm in the comments. You go to scroll through a social media, I'm in the comments. You go on Reddit, I'm in the comments. You can't avoid me. I'm in your walls. I don't comment anyway. Go watch your favorite streamer, I'm in the chat. But I'm too busy lurking. I'm full-time lurking. Also, I think I forgot to say thank you for the follow, Phoenix. I'm so sorry. Again, I'm very out of it. I'm out of practice. I'm not out of it. I don't need to go to bed. I am awake. Surprisingly, I haven't been able to sleep. I spent so long being asleep, and now I can't fall asleep properly. I kind of just lay there and be like, well, this is great. I guess I'm getting like 4 to 5 hours again at most. Which isn't... I know that you get like with less, but I need 10. If I don't get 10 hours of beauty sleep, then that's suffering. That's pain and suffering, you know? I need at least 10 hours of beauty sleep. Hang on, I'll be right back. I thought I felt something at the back of my throat. I did. My scams have like bunched up and fallen off basically, and it's like you. This is because I'm in the Air Force and I fly the F-16. Ooh. Involved in the last few months of Iraq. Please don't thank me for my service. I get uncomfortable. I will say. Hang on, let me think on it. I need to process my language. My words. Language I have one, this is it. I haven't been reading it. See, that's my problem. I was trying to read Lord of the Rings, and then I stopped reading. So now, my vocabulary, I'm too TikTok based. I'm too skibbity toilet, you know? Oh, what is that song? What is it? That's all that's in my head. I don't even know what it says. I don't even know, but it every now and then it pops up on the things. And it's like, that's what plays in my head. So it takes me a moment to buffer. I run on a high lag server. I don't run on a high tick rate server. This is not a competitive gameplay. It looks like the game is loud. Where is my audio levels? Where is everything? That looks closer to where it should be. I think the limiter's turned off. So. Oh. I will say that I hope you are well, because I know a lot of that stuff is rough. I live a very sheltered, you know, so it's like my brain isn't working. I need a factory reset. I have energy drink, guys. I don't know if you're meant to. I don't know if you're meant to have caffeine, but it's okay, because that's what I'm having. I also made my coffee too strong too, and I haven't taken my medication. Oh, I am an idiot as well. I mean, I'm an idiot frequently, but do you know what? I couldn't figure out why I was like, well, I stopped taking the painkiller medication. Why am I still so tired? Like, what's going on? Why don't I don't fucking know. I'm confused. Like, is this just leftovers? Why can't I shit, dude? You have no idea. I have been shitting an unimaginable amount of just shit the last few days. I could not, like, again, the doctors at the hospital were like, if you haven't gone to the bathroom in like a few days, take a laxative. And I left it for a few days longer, because the last time I used a laxative, I felt like I was fucking dying. I felt like my fucking heart was going to fall out my ass or something. It fucking hurt. So I was really hesitant to take a laxative, and then so I did, and nothing happened. And I was like, oh, that's not good, because it was like 5 days. No, we're good now. Now we're shitting. We shitting like no tomorrow. Don't you worry. But it was like 5 days, and I took another one, and it's like, oh no, that's 2 days in a row, because they're like the overnight ones, and I took them 2 days in a row, and I still wasn't shitting. And I was like, fuck, my asshole is plugged. What am I gonna do? My tummy hurts, and I'm full of shit more than usual. Oh god. And then I'm panicking because I'm saying, I'm saying to my partner, like, I don't want to go to the hospital because, like, it's been like a week, right? And so I'm reading on those horror stories now online when I'm Googling, like, haven't pooped for a week. And, like, so many of them, they're like, if the laxatives do nothing, you need to go so they can give you even stronger laxatives, or they might just manually remove it. And it's like, I am not getting my asshole scooped. You are not. That is, you can take my mouthsticles, you can take my mouth balls, but you get the fuck away from my asshole, okay? That is a sacred location. Look at me, love. You know what just changed? And so, I did end up shitting. We're good now. But I was like, yeah, I don't want to. I kept Googling, and basically the main thing I saw is if you can fart, then you're good. And I was like, good, because I'm farting like crazy. I was so embarrassed. You have no... Oh, I actually kind of blocked that out. That was the other thing where I was like, should I even bother saying this on stream? Because this is so embarrassing. But the other times I kept waking up in the hospital was because I would literally fucking like shit myself away. You know what I mean? Except I wasn't shitting. There was nothing there. So, but it was just air. Just gas. Your girl was gassing it in that fucking... because it was like a private hospital. So I don't know if this makes it better or worse. But instead of like the other time I'd been in hospital, it was a room with like 4 people in each room, right? And there was, it's like, it was busy. And so there's other people. But this one had only one other person. And they were so sweet. They kept asking me if I wanted to eat. And I was like, no, I'm good. And then the doctor told me that you're not going home until you eat. And I was like, get me some jelly. Order me some jelly. I'll fucking try. But it was just like no, I didn't. Apparently it's a common side effect because like when they're doing surgery in your mouth, it can like cause you to swallow lots of air, and then the drugs themselves can make you quite gassy. So apparently it's a common side effect of getting your tonsils out. But I would literally, my stomach would hurt because I was holding it in. I was the champion weightlifter of butt clenching in that hospital bed. Because like, she was actually calling her parents and everything like that, I think it was. She was like, I think it was her parents. And so, but like, she was calling people, and so she was on the phone to people, and she was alert and eating and doing stuff, right? I'm passing out. And then it made me feel like I'm failing surgery recovery kind of deal. Because I'm in that room, I'm barely conscious. I nearly fell over when I went to go take a piss. I can't shit. I'm constantly farting to the point where like if I'm holding it in, and then when I fall asleep, my body just lets go. And so it's just like all of this fucking cacophony escaping at once that wakes me up, and I can't stop it. And then I can't eat anything except jelly. And she's having like butter chicken on the other side of the curtain. And it's like, she's awake and talking to people and having butter chicken. And I'm struggling to eat jelly. And it's like, what? I don't understand. How? She offered me biscuits. She was really nice. And I couldn't stop shitting, so... Clearly she didn't hold a grudge, though. I feel like if she was angry at me for that, you know what I mean? If she was like, oh my god, the girl next to me will not stop, then she wouldn't have offered me biscuits. So, I got that going for me. But yeah, those were the things that I wish I'd been warned of. Losing half of my taste buds because that wasn't anything that popped up anywhere. I just kind of woke up and my mouth felt like it was on fire. Again, because like the back of my throat hurt, but I woke up and my tongue really hurt. And then I go to look in the mirror and I'm like, huh, something's not quite right. And then my mouth feels grainy, dude. Do you know how disgusting that is? Like, my mouth felt constantly grainy. And I'm just confused, because I'm not eating, really, at this point. I'm not eating grains. I'm having soup that doesn't have grains in it. I'm having, like, Easy Mac at, like, later points, but at this point, I don't think I was even really eating Easy Mac. I think I was literally just kind of having soup and plain mashed potato. There's no grains in it, but I constantly felt like I was chewing on grains. I go to look in the mirror, and I realize the reason why my tongue didn't look right is my fucking taste buds are falling off, and that's my taste buds that I'm feeling in my teeth. And I don't know if I've psychologically recovered from that one. I don't know if I've psychologically recovered from the, my teeth, no matter how much I like brush them or anything, like everything feels grainy in there, and it's my fucking tongue. Dude, I'm fucking tasting my own fucking tongue. I don't think I've really come to terms with that yet. And basically, but that reverb, that's me. Just imagine me fucking conked out, just like mouth agape, unable to fucking breathe properly because my mouth is like swollen. I'm just unconscious all the fucking time. And then just that. Probably could have heard it out in the hallway too. It was like, it was not good. But yeah, and then like it was breathing problem. It was! My mouth was breathing more than I was. But it was a relief though. In the beginning it was like, God no. Oh my god, you have no idea how good it was when I got home. And I did it because like I said, before when I was at the hospital, I was like trying my best to clench, dude. I'm fucking trying my best to hold it in. And it's still like, I'm not proud to say I was failing sometimes. I'm like clenching as hard as I fucking can. I'm trying to have like an iron anus, but there's just so much gas. And then, like I said, my stomach was hurting and bubbling, but I'm trying my best to hold strong, and then I'd fall asleep and fart myself awake. So then when I go home and it's just like floodgates constantly, God, it felt so good that I didn't have tummy aches anymore. That was that's what I imagine crack feels like. Is the feeling of being able to just shit yourself at home. Also, thank you for lurking, Glitch. I hope you're doing well. Thank you, thank you. I hope you're having a fantastic, I think it's Monday or something. Literally this time 2 weeks ago is crazy. It feels like it's been months. In my FC Bella recently live bar exercise, it was fun. I feel so insane to read a sentence like that after I'm sitting here being like, man, I love farting, and someone's like, I have employment. Guys, it feels so good to fucking fart. But it does, like when you're sitting there in public and you're kind of like, again, I'm so gassy to the point where I'm farting myself awake. And then it's just like, ugh. I can actually sleep because it's like, it's not building up to the point where it's like this big fucking release. It's not building up the point, like it's not, like literally cooking a grenade. That's what that's like when you hold down the grenade too long in fucking COD. And it's just like, that is, but yeah, and then like I said, in the later bits, when I haven't shit for a week, but I can still fart, it's like, yeah, that means I don't have to get surgery to get I'm not like, you know, that full of shit that I need surgery, because if you can pass gas, your body's still working. If you can't shit and you can't fart, you've got a serious blockage and you need your butthole scooped or they need to cut into you. And that's why I was like, I will literally rather die from being full of shit before I go to the hospital so they can violate me like that. Okay, I would rather die. I imagine most people feel similar, you know? Is the GeForce train? I can imagine. It must be hard being an RTX graphics card. You'd be overheating. Depending on, you might even be catching fire. I think they had the problem where there was a few of them, like there was a small batch that kept catching fire. Must be rough, dude. RTX card training. Sorry if my ice is making noise. Again, it's not really, I put it on my throat, but it's not even for my throat. It's not because of my throat that hurts, it's my fucking ear. That's what's pissing me off. My throat is really itchy, but that's because I fucked up and I had crunchy food. And well, now because I'm talking so much, I keep like coughing a little bit and that's irritating it a little bit. But it's fine. Like it's literally it's no worse than a cold. Right? Irritation wise, it's like the last day of a cold kind of vibe, right? Where you're like, oh, tomorrow I'll probably be fine. The thing that hurts the most is my fucking ear. I keep getting like a pain, like every now and then when I move my jaw, I get a pain that shoots up into my ear. And that pisses me off because, again, who made this? I look at my body and like, what the fuck? But who fucking wired this shit? Wait, nothing but would you guys, okay. Having surgery is not the same as a sore throat. It was getting my tonsils out. We say having surgery, and we say it like it was like a big fucking deal. It was like, it's literally babies. Literally fucking babies get their tonsils out. I'm just a whiny bitch who kept fighting herself awake, okay? That was probably one of the most difficult parts. I actually, you know what? After I've been through all of it, I will say people were not joking when they said it is really fucking painful. Like, I would wake up, I was religiously taking all of my medications every 4 hours because I would wake up. I went from, if I took the medication, I'd sleep for like 12 hours to I'm only sleeping for like 4, at most 6, because I'm waking up from pain and having to retake that medication and trying to desperately gulp something down that's cold because my throat feels like shit. It's on fire and it's stabbing. People weren't joking about that. But I still want to say that one fucking comment I saw on Reddit where they were like, actually getting my tonsils out was worse than childbirth. You must have had a fucking easy childbirth or something, because I cannot imagine either that or I had an easier time. But again, immediately after I got home, basically, that night I was horribly ill and that felt like shit as well. But it's like, nah, I reckon pushing a baby out's still gotta be fucking worse than that. I'm still, if I had to put theoreticals, I guess I haven't pushed a baby out. Except for the amount of shit that I've been doing. But if I rate that, right, bit different. I do feel like perhaps birth, it's still birth. One's a fetus and the other's the ghost of food, you know? It's like they're both, they can both be rather large packages. And I think that's my experience. And I still think that I reckon I've taken shits that would fucking border on being worse almost. I reckon I've had food, I've eaten food, and it's been worse than that. I guess also because, like, with that, I had pain medications. You can't walk into the fucking hospital and be like, hey, I've got white knuckling level shits from something I ate. Can you give me fucking, like, Oxy? So, you know, so I feel like the worse it is, the better it is, because, like, they're not gonna give you, like, period cramps, for example. They're just like, take some fucking Panadol, dude, shut the fuck up. And that's worse, because you're doing everything you can and there's nothing more to do. Whereas with the other one, it's like, I'm literally unconscious now. I am taking the drug of drugs. Alright, I am drugged up. So, is there... Babies don't go around and stream when their throat still hurts. Actually, they probably would, because mummy needs that bag. Okay, we like to, like, it is fucking hard. I still can't imagine. I stream, and if I was braver, I would, like, make TikToks and make funny videos and make, you know, at one point I wanted to be a commentary YouTuber. At one point, I wanted to do, like, the, you know, it feels like they're different. I feel like React is when you literally just sit down and you only react, and commentary is longer and you have things, you actively say stuff. You don't just watch it and then, like, you're actively pausing it, you're actively giving your opinion on it. You know what I mean? I feel like there's a bit of a difference between just React and commentary. Same fucking branch, but different leaves, you know what I mean? Same tree, different branches. That makes more sense. But it's like I wanted to be a commentary at one point. I think I'd run out of things to say though. I think it wouldn't last very long. I'd watch like one video, be like, I'm gonna make a video on this. And then I'd do that, and then I'd be like, well, I don't know anything anymore. Don't know anything ever anyway. Well, that's a lie. I did pass that little bit of the school bit that I did. It was only a little quiz. It was only 5 questions long. and it royally pissed me off. And the reason why it royally pissed me off is because I go in and I look and there's a fuck ton of practice quizzes, right? So I'm thinking like, oh my god, it's setting me up. And it's double checking that I've read everything before, which is good, right? It's good to have. I like when teachers give you a fuck ton of practice quizzes that are basically what's on the exam, or basically what the test is, just worded not quite the same, but you've basically already done the exam. You've practiced that exam, right? It's basically the same thing, except instead of like, you know, but 1 + 1, it's 1 + 2. But you know how to do addition, right? It's basically the same thing. I love when they do that. But this one, it was all of that. I get into, I'm like, okay, I've done all of the practice ones. I've made sure I've reread through everything and I'm understanding everything because it's fucking coding. And so it's like concepts that I understand the base of, but I've never had that language applied to it kind of deal. Because it's like with the stream stuff, you get the buttons and it's like the same kind of stuff with like, if this is that, then do this. But it's like, so I understand the idea behind if this, then do that. But I've never had to actually type out or even read if this, then do that. Because it's pressing buttons kind of deal. But I'm trying my best. And I'm like, okay, I think enough information has gone in that I can press go on the actual quiz now. Okay, let's go do the actual quiz now. Because it's all online, so it's all at my own pace, basically, as long as it was in by midnight. And then none of it's on the fucking practice quizzes. None of it. Not a single one of the practice quiz questions are there. Not a single fucking one. And it's just a thing of like, what was the point? What was the fucking point? I sat there for so long and none of this was on the test. Like, quite fucking literally. Like, all of the practice quizzes were re-establishing that I understand what a variable is, what the types of variables are, what a, you know, all of this kind of stuff. And then I get in there and it's like, what are the types of fucking development? Right? Like, what are the ways of development? And I'm like, what? Aren't you gonna ask me what a variable is? What? What are, like, oh, what are some strategies? Like, it's multiple choice, but it's like literally select the two that are strategies for debugging. And it's like, debugging? What? That word isn't even in the other practice quiz. I was like, I understand what it is, like, but it's just that thing of, it's like, what was the point? Why did I sit there and do that? If you're not even gonna fucking use it. I don't get it. It's very cute. Thank you! A man of myself. I need to update it. I need to update it. Spam logs everywhere, best debugging method. I think that was basically it. Was check the logs and use programs. I think one of them was use programs, checking logs, and recording every step that you did to get to the problem so you can work backwards. I think was the other one. Was to go at it slowly so that you can figure out where the issue occurred. And it's like, I had to go and double check because it's like, the way they usually structure it, right? At least in the other times, it's been like, here's the first initial bit, and here's the quiz. The quiz is going to ask you the questions on the first initial bit. So what's in the practice quizzes is what's on there. And it might not have the last stretch, but because that's what's on the assignment, right? So it's like midway through, you'll have your first assignment or breakdown kind of deal where it does the online quiz, and it's usually just checking that you actually fucking read it. Like, as long as you read the work, it's pretty simple. It's just literally stuff like I said, what's a variable? Which variable is a whole number? Which variable is a number but it has decimals? What's a variable that applies to names and words and things like that? True and false. It's literally just checking that you actually read it. It's really simple. You can reopen the fucking file and go check because it's just online. It's all open book. It's very easy. It's very simple. I need that. But it's like, why? And then none of the stuff that's in the practice quizzes is in the main one. So I only really glossed over that bit because it's literally due by midnight and I've been so tight and my dumbass was like, oh, I'll just study while I'm like right after my tonsillectomy, right after the removal, and then I didn't. I literally wasn't there for like 2 fucking weeks. And it's like, I should have gotten a fucking medical certificate for 2 weeks so I could have an extension for 2 weeks. Because now if I need an extension, I have to message them. And I have to be like, hey, look, I don't have a medical certificate because I thought I didn't need one because I thought I was built different. But actually, I'm not. I'm built weenie. Can you, like, give me an extension? Wrote that question is never coded. Did you figure out why the bug is by spamming meaningless logs using breakpoints and just reading the code? Yeah, you're just meant to read it. I'll admit that there were some things in there that I also learned that I need to increase the speed of stuff when I watch it. Also, thank you, Exelius, for the follow. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Howdy, howdy. But it's like, it basically explains something to you, and then it gives like a YouTube video. And then it's like, I know that it's the style, but I don't like the hyper-realistic eyes on that duck dude. I don't like, it's giving SpongeBob. Don't forget shedding a single tear midway through. It's fine. I'll just shit myself. Now that I can. Shitting yourself is a privilege. I'm stuck on it. Like, quite like I was, it's stuck. I've never in my life. I've never like, I'm usually a once a day kind of person, and these past few weeks have been insane because I went from nothing for like an entire fucking week, and then it's just been like constant, and it's like, what? I don't understand. And it was, at first I was happy, and now it's like, can we go back to like once a day? Like, it was like a nice little poop break, you know what I mean? And now it's like, okay, I want to get off the toilet now. More than once is too much. Sound like my tore up throat. Don't be mean to it. That it's just a little blocked up. Getting DoorDash breakfast sandwich? Hell yeah! I've been trying to eat healthier. I've been in my cooking phase again. Fuck you, Babish. Fuck you, asshole. Making me want to cook and shit? This is bullshit. I'm going through my culinary phase again. So it's like, oh, I blame everybody. No, this was not bad, but it's like all those recipes where it's like, here's how you make breakfast burrito that lasts in the freezer. Here's how you make. Everyone's fucking shoving burritos in their freezer. But there's like a ton of like I can't remember the name. Like I was gonna say, there's like a ton of them. But I've been going and watching a lot of like back in my fucking Joshua Wiseman, Babish. I think it's the Canoe one, NPC. I got just a bunch. What's the other one? They're like a Andy. That was it. Andy. I was like Andy cooks. And so it's like I want to cook again, and then it's like buys all the stuff, and it's like, why isn't it cooking itself? But I plan to make a Taco Bell at home tomorrow. I was gonna make it tonight, but I didn't end up getting enough of the stuff. So it's like I have no spices. It's gonna have like Italian herbs on it, and that's it. Because I really can eat all good now. Unfortunately. No. This is it feels like a sin, but I'm gonna have to make all of that stuff. I'm gonna have to make all the burritos and things like that with no chili on them at all. No pepper in it, because if I have spicy food, I will be fucked. It will burn. I have no taste buds, dude. I still have no taste buds partially. They're growing back. It looks like a balding man is my tongue. Do you know what I mean? My tongue reminds me of a midlife crisis. I look in there and it's just, it was almost bare and it looked like it was about to bleed like constantly and it burned. And it could also be because I forgot to take, because I was so anxious before I went in for surgery, I was forgetting to take my thyroid medication. So I basically almost forgot to take it for like 3 weeks. Because right after the surgery, I forgot to take it up until like recently, the past few days, I've been taking it, but like I've been like, oh shit, I didn't take my thyroid medication. Apparently that's a side effect when you just stop your thyroid medication, is that your hormone goes crazy for a little bit and it can cause issues with the regeneration of your fucking like tongue, because your taste buds die and they fall off and they get replaced. And so it's probably was a combination of like no thyroid medication for a few weeks and having like surgery on my mouth, so it was like no taste buds, so it was like naked. I was so scared for a moment. I thought I was gonna lose all of them and then I wouldn't be able to taste anything. I would not know the joy of like, I've been really into feta cheese recently. I've been really into feta cheese. I wouldn't be able to eat feta cheese. I had 2 things to eat today. I've been trying to, I had an egg for breakfast with a little bit of avocado because we're fancy. I'm taking care of myself, you know, I'm treating myself with that avocado. But I had, and the egg, I guess, as well. That's a bit of a treat. But I had an egg on bread with the crust cut off, not toasted, because I can't have toast and the crust is too rough for me. So I had bread with avocado and chickpeas, and then with feta, a little bit of sun-dried tomato in there. Only a little bit, because tomato is a little bit acidic, but it's fine, because it was only a little bit. Lurkers, drive back home. Have a safe drive home! Thank you for lurking, I appreciate it! Only stream because Jessie's not there to tell her off. I could have streamed on Saturday. I was just really tired. I don't know, it's kind of wild to me, because again, I was basically in bed. Like, not getting out of bed because I was too dizzy for like 10 days, right? But like, it still astonishes me that it's like, what do you mean I lay down for like 10 days straight and now I feel tired quickly when I start moving again? That doesn't make sense to me. Like, what do you mean I can't just like get my tonsils out and then get up and walk around the next day? Like, what do you mean? I don't get it. Why am I so tired? I should be extra regenerated. I slept a lot, right? I should be extra regenerated. But I was so tired. And so and then it's like, even now I kind of want to fucking sleep, but it's like, I don't want to sleep. I want to play zombies. But I'm too tired to play zombies. I want to do the Easter eggs so badly, man. But every time we try, I'm so fucking tired. And I can't fucking train. And the zombies, they violate as I can't fucking get my shit together. It's like just trying to tell me like any of the steps and it's like, the fuck did you just say to me? I'm gonna take a nap. So it's just like, not, but I want to do the Easter egg. It's a fucking dinosaur! Like, they made this for me. They made a zombie dino. And I had to have surgery, so now I haven't done it yet. But that's like a fucking crime. Because, what do you mean? I can't fight the fucking giant undead dinosaur. What do you mean? This is my moment. What about zombie dino nuggies? I would kill for some nuggies right now. Do you know what else is pissing me off? I can't eat McDonald's because I did try, right? I say I can't. It's like I did get it in, but afterwards I wanted to cry. You know what I mean? Because it's like it tore my throat up. It was like the patty was too dry. Like, yes, it's mince, and it was oily, yes, but because the mince was like kind of in chunks. Like you know what I mean? Like it's just beef. It's just beef that in it, but because it's kind of got chunks in it, they would fucking scratch my throat. And then the bread would scratch my throat because the bun is like all crust. So I couldn't get like a burger and I can't get nuggets, which means I can't get the Minecraft meal. I want Grimace. He looks like the little Grimace egg. I don't know, man. I want the little shit. He looks like a little shit, and I want the little shit. I just want that little fucking shit. You know what I mean? I want the purple little shit. I just want the little fucking shit. That's what I want. I just want the surprise box. I asked Jesse to ask if they could just... Because this would be the first time that... Because when there was the McDonald's cards, we drove to like 4 different McDonald's or something like that. And we just went to them and we were like... You guys saw the cards not in the Happy Meal? And only one didn't say yes. Everyone else was like, we can sell you a maximum of 10 for $2 each. And we were like, I don't think it was $2, but it was like, I don't remember what it was. But it was like, we can sell you a maximum of this for like this amount. And we were like, give me some of those. Because they usually only had 1 or 2 left. But we really wanted to, we were like fiending for that gamble. And we were like, fuck yeah, I'll fucking take it. And I can't do that. And he wouldn't do that for me. Because we were in the drive-thru and I was like, hey, can you ask if they sell the fucking surprise boxes on their own? And he's like, no, I don't feel like doing that today. And I was like, fucking betrayal. Dude, betrayal. Jesse is my partner. We've been together for almost a decade. I think next year will actually be the whole fucking decade mark. Broken corgi. I'm always... Look, give me some slack. I think the tracking's breaking sometimes depending on how I'm holding the ice pack. I think sometimes my hand gets in the way. Or how I tilt my head sometimes. I think it gets in the way. Because I've noticed that my tracking's a little bit funky. I blame my, ice pack on my throat. Very stinky. No good. It actually is good. It's helping my ear. I put an ice pack on my throat to help my ear out. But I just want a surprise. But at least sushi is good. I am doing much better. As long as I wasn't talking about the model. Oh, I was hoping we were talking about the model. I feel like, again, I still feel like my voice sounds like normal. For me, my voice sounds like normal. And like maybe like slightly like I have a blocked nose, maybe. But I don't think my voice sounds that rough. Only I do have to force it at times. I say force, but you know what I mean? Like if you were to try to just talk at all, but it's like it doesn't want to come out. You have to put an effort into the words you say. They don't come out. They don't want to come out, but they sound fine, so that makes it fine. Like a no girl won't come. I got lucky in the sense of like I did get really lucky. Like it is just pure fucking luck at this point. It feels like it. Because how I am on stream is basically how I am daily. right down to, again, the I'm not meant to be streaming and I'm only streaming because he's not here. And imagine that, but like you telling me like lay down, you're sick, don't eat that. Me complaining that it's like my throat hurts and that I do stuff that I'm not meant to do. But I want nuggets and I want sriracha so bad. God, I want sriracha. Oh my god, I want sriracha so bad. I just want spicy food so badly. But I can't. Everyone, when I googled it, everyone recommends waiting a month. They're like, after 2 weeks, you can basically eat like normal. Just don't eat anything too crunchy. And don't eat spicy. And it's like... fucking crime. That's what it is. Also, thank you for the follow, Zachzilla. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I do feel very lucky to have someone who puts up with my bullshit. But I like having, I can't put gochujang in my spaghetti. I can't put sriracha on my wraps. I can't put chili on stuff. I wanna try and banh mi. Probably not how you pronounce it, banh mi. But it's like I wanna try and make it. I can't get the paste. I can't get the fucking liver paste. I'd have to go somewhere else because every time I look at the store, it's like it recommends, number one, I don't think I would like it because I think mentally I'd be like, ugh, liver, ew, that's yucky. I think it just makes me, like, I don't know, and then it's like it looks squishy. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like it would taste good, but it looks squishy. Like, it just looks like it's too wet. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like it shouldn't be that wet. Like, that's the thing that throws me off every time I look at it. It's like, look, it probably tastes really good. Like, I have no doubt in my mind that it's a tasty obviously, if people are eating it, it's got a taste, right? A taste to it, right? But it's like the texture. Look, just the appearance of the texture is throwing me off. I was 15, but I'm 32. I'm so fucking lonely. But like, you're doing stuff, right? It's having somebody in your life does not have to be romantic. I don't like that duck. I want that duck to fucking die. Kill it. I'm happy. It did it, covered it up, it heard me. What? Who's down there? Who is that? Who's that? Hello? He's stuck. The fucking door's stuck. He's in his little cave, leave him alone. But it's like, I like the rest of the toppings, you know what I mean? Like, I like the sound of, like, pork belly, or like, nicely cooked, like, lunch meats. I like the sound of, like, you know, all of that stuff, and it's just... with the fresh veggies and the pickled carrots and pickled radish and all of that sounds so good because there's so many different like things that people shove in it, and it can be very like, I want to try it, right? Number one, I can't because a crunchy bread roll. Fucking F. That's a can't have crunchy bread rolls. And yeah, that's really about it. The rest of it I'm willing to buy. I bought jars. Cooking stream after recovery. It's an idea. Like, again, I'm back in my culinary phase. Because let me go double check. I'm going to try and make, and these are going to be lazy recipes. So these are your ones where I've discovered a hack. If you look up easy meals, they lie to you. Why? Because they're making the assumption you're an adult, right? They're like, you're an adult, you're willing to go buy spices, you have the money and the time to go and buy spices, you want a quick weeknight meal, or you want a meal prep, you're an adult, you can do things that are shitty and take effort because you're an adult, right? You can just do shit. you have the money, you can save up, you can go and buy equipment, you can go and buy stuff like that. You can go do all of that. So whenever I look up any easy stuff, they always say, oh, you should go out and buy this, you should use it. You can, but you should use this. And then, but if you look up recipes, right, and you include for college, for dorm rooms, they will give you some solid shit with the simplest of utensils, with the most basic of ingredients, and the most laziest of methods. Because they are not going, oh, you're an adult, right? They're going, you are tired, you are fucking stressed, sleep deprived, you probably don't have a big kitchen or a kitchen at all, really. You don't have a lot of equipment. So you probably have a pan, a stove, and a fucking knife. And so I'm just gonna, and then here's how you make this with like half the amount of spices you usually would, because in reality, you're an adult. I can't afford, like, it's fine. You can't go out. Spices are literally like a $2 each, right? So yeah, it's a lot of spices, but in the long run, it's like $10 and you can use it more than once. But $10 is a lot when you're paying off a college degree. You know what I mean? Like, is that difference between adult weeknight? You can spend $10 on some fucking spices. College student? So anyway, here's how you make rice and water taste good. I've tried making, I don't really eat pork too much, cause more of a chicken person. But I like making katsu. I tried making the schnitzels from scratch, but I couldn't get them to flatten. Like, I tried to use a normal hammer, and because I don't have a meat hammer, and it didn't really flatten. It looked flat, but then the moment it hit the pan, it like sprung back into normal shape. And then it just got too thick, so then it burnt on one bit and was raw on the other side because it's like a boob shape. Even though I cut it in half, the cutting job wasn't like too even. So it was like still a bit thick on one, but like that's why you fucking beat the shit out of it, right? But it's like, even though like I cut it to be thinner and I beat the fuck out of it, it still cooked really unevenly. And I was like, look, the amount of effort that this is, I'm just gonna spend like literally $5. I don't have a Discord. Oh, I do have a Discord. Sorry, I should have one. Hang on, give me a moment. It's in here, one of these buttons. I think it's this one. But it's like, I just buy pre-made schnitzels now for like chicken. And then I just cook that up in the fucking like shallow fry essentially. I was deep frying stuff and then I was like, it's a lot of oil. And I, after the Chico roll incident, I'm a little scared of oil, to be honest with you. So I am really sticking more with shallow fry than anything that's too deep, because after the Chico roll incident, don't overfill your pan. That shit, hot oil fucking hurts, dude. Hot oil fucking owies. That hurt a lot. Yeah, I'm gonna be back in a moment. I forgot what I was gonna grab now, but I do need to grab it. But now I forgot what it was. It's fine. If I forgot, it's not important. I feel like it's important. I'm trying my best to like... Nah, it's not important. But yeah, I like making katsu. I like making curry udon with steak and veggies in it over like udon noodles. I like making... I used to make karaage quite a bit. Oh no, I remember! Hang on, yes, I will be back. So this didn't go out the way that I expected, because we didn't get to buy this stuff. So I can't really make it, because I want to do it right, you know what I mean? Again, I want to make the adult version, not the college dorm version. But I want to try and make the... As a treat to myself, I want to try and make the Cali burrito that Taco Bell had, before they stopped selling it years ago, basically. I have never forgiven them. I have never forgiven them for that. That was like, I loved that thing. It was basically just... It was just so good. It had everything that I wanted, and now all the ones that I want, like, that replace it, just don't hit the same spot. Sorry about NFTs. Where did I post it? I don't know what servers they're on. Wherever it fits. I have an unread message. Fucking from who, mate? From 2 weeks ago. Whoops. That was my bad. Actually, I want to mention it because I do feel bad because I did accidentally ignore them for 2 weeks because I must have messaged me soon after my tonsils and I just didn't... Was too fucking out of it to recognize I got a message, and then the notification went away, so I just like haven't looked back in there. But it is kind of funny, right? So I have been trying to break out of my shell, and I have been... I'm trying my best. Like I said, nobody is perfect, right? So, I'm trying to find the things where even if it's stupid, it works for me, right? So I'm trying my best to break my brain in that sense. So leaving the house, stinky, right? Especially if there's no reason for it. There is, but it's like for some, like it's that thing of mentally for me, I like going to just walking around. I don't like, whenever I'm out, I don't mind it at that time. I don't like leaving the house, but I don't mind being out of the house. Wherever it fits. The server's not the most organized of locations. So wherever it fits. But it's like I made myself media accounts that are, you know, so that I can be like, well, maybe if I make an account and I try to be like, if going out just to get out doesn't work, right? Going to the beach to get out, get fresh air, get some vitamin D, relax, because I like the beach. Stinky. That's too difficult. That's too much effort. But I had the thought of like, what if I worded it? What if I gave it a purpose, right? What if I was like, oh, I want to go out so I can take pretty pictures, right? That makes more sense. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm seeing if that'll work for me. And so it is a little awkward because as much as in my brain I was like, I'm gonna try and detach this, I still ended up following like quite a lot of VTubers. And then someone messaged me and was like, oh, I see you follow VTubers. I'm a VTuber. And I'm like, yeah, I quite like them. I think they're cool. Because the whole point of that account is that it's detached, right? I like to keep VTubing very separate from everything else, literally just because I like to bottle shit up. So if I have stress that's going on with anything else, like I try to leave the stuff that's stressing me IRL. I still talk about it, okay? Yeah, this is the therapy. But I try if there's something that's stressing me out on this side, right? Because I get the things, I feel like I should be doing more, right? But I try to leave that here, right? I try to, like, when I'm not actively doing streaming, I try not to stress about stuff in the sense of a good one. When I say something awkward, right? If I say something and I'm like, ooh, that came out wrong. You know, that could have been, that could have been misinterpreted. I can't believe I did that. I did something embarrassing. I end stream and I go, okay, that's, Emmy did that. I didn't do that. I didn't do that. That wasn't me. I don't know who the fuck's that? And so it was just kind of funny to me getting a message from someone being like, oh, so do you like VTubers? Maybe. I might. She's on to me. It does feel a bit like that. It's just like, what do you know? I make a whole new account. And we're like completely detached from all of this, right? Also the immersion, so I don't ruin the immersion. But I make a whole new account that's completely detached from this. And I still get some fucking message be like, so you like VTubers? What do you know? I feel... It feels weird. And then it's also that thing of like... I think, because they were talking about what kind of VTuber they were and how it was like, you know... And it's like that thing where, like, instinctively, I want to be like, yeah, I like doing this, right? Like, this is what I do. But it's like, I can't... I have to blend in. I don't want wires crossed. I don't want to cross wires. I want to keep separate. I want to have that private where it doesn't feel like, you know? It's just an awkward feeling. Awkward feeling. I probably should head out soon because my throat is starting to feel itchy. But that's fine. That's fine, right? I'll just eat pickles. That will fix it. Hang on. I'm gonna adjust my ice pack. I'm gonna put it closer to my ear. There we go. That's better. It's like I said, it's not really, my throat's feeling itchy now, but it really is my ear. My ear's what pisses me off. In my defense, a 2-hour stream. I only streamed for nearly 2 hours. That's actually a short stream. Okay, that is a pretty short stream. This was a short stream. Okay, so, and since I don't know if I'll be able to stream tomorrow, because my brother will be over, right? And I always feel bad streaming when there are people, like, in the apartment, because it's a small apartment, so it's not like I'm in a separate room. So, I'd have to be, like, either have noise in the background, which I would feel awkward about, because, like, you know, it feels, like, if I didn't want to be on, like, if I just wanted to vibe, I feel like being in the background of someone's stream, if I'm just, like, in the room and I'm, at that point, I just want to exist, and it's not like I can go anywhere else, and I'm just, like, if I make a noise, I'm gonna be in the background of someone's, like, content, I'd feel awkward, do you know what I mean? Like, that would feel awkward to be in the background, and then I'd feel, like, awkward because, like, having background noise as, which, I don't know, it's kind of weird because whenever I watch other people's content, for me, if I can hear light chatter in the background, right? If it's literally just like, oh, they live with somebody, and I can hear like a chuckle, or I can hear the noise of somebody else being in that same area, it's not a turn off for me as far as watching that content goes. I'm not like, oh my god, I was watching this stream, but then I heard someone cough in the background, so now I like have to never watch this channel ever again. Like, I don't give a shit. Unless it's like really, like, if it's muted in the background, right? If it's just like, like an every now and then, like, again, like a muffled cough in the background, I don't give a shit. Like, I don't care. But then for some reason, even like in my brain, I'm like, if anybody coughs in the background of my stream, then that's bad. Most of the time I don't care though, and I just move anyway. But since he'll be here, I don't know if I will. Because I don't know when he's going home. But I'll try to stream while he's over. Because, it's like, it's one of those things where I want him to feel just relax as well. Because there's things that it's like, I don't want to get into it, right? But I want to make sure that he can just be comfortable. And it doesn't have to be a space where, like, there's any discomfort at all. Like, because it can feel uncomfortable when you're in the background. Like, if you're in the background, like for a phone call, for example. Like, if people are on the phone and I need to cough, I feel, like, awkward. Because I'm like, oh my god, they'll, like, know that it's, like, I'm in the background. I'm not listening to their phone call or anything like that. but it's like, it just feels like awkward when it's like, I know I can be heard in the background of someone's phone call even. Like, and I don't want him to feel that because I just want him to be able to relax. I will see if my Discord will open. My Discord hates me sometimes. At least on my phone. On my computer, I'm too lazy. Ooh, he's very cinematic. I couldn't go that. I have a fear of heights. I could never. I have a fear of heights. I'm like terrified. Probably, it's hard though, because I'm trying to think of what I was gonna say. I'm probably more scared of heights than I am. I think I am more scared of toads than I am of heights, if that makes sense. Or like the deep ocean. Fuck the deep ocean, man. Literally, like, I don't, like, no. The deep, just no. I don't like it. Like, the moment I'm, like, in the, like, I love the beach, but I hate being deeper than waist high. Like, I do not know how people go to the beach and they'll go far enough out to where they can swim, as in, like, they're not, if they stop, they have to tread water and they can't touch the bottom. Like, you're not afraid of drifting away? Like, I feel like if I can't touch the bottom at the beach, that's not okay. Like, any deeper than waist. Because, like, then you have to actually swim. Because if you're waist, I feel like you can do that awkward, like, cut the water in, like, you know, you can get out of the water fast if need be. Like, at least faster than if you were, like, so far out you can't touch the bottom. And, like, who does that? Are you not afraid of, like, again, like, what if a wave comes in and washes you away? Like, what? How? I don't get it. How are you not terrified? Because it doesn't even need to be a megalodon. Like, sharks swim in, like, way shallow water, too. With how deep the water is, I just like water being murky. I also just like water being murky, but if it's shallow and murky, I'm not more okay with it than if it's deep and murky. I have swam in dams. Like, I've swam in bodies of water that are murky and where I can't touch the bottom just fine. But anytime I go to the beach and I can't, if I go out far enough to the point where I can feel that if it starts going up to the point where it's touching my chest area now, I can feel my breath quickening because I'm panicking. You know? Like, it cannot go higher than, I'd say, belly button level is about right. And then I'll still bop down. You know what I mean? Like, I'll still let it cover my shoulders. I'll just do that awkward, like, knee tuck. Where you, like, tuck your knees in. So that it goes over your shoulders. But it's like, there's no fucking way I'm not, like, I'm going out deep enough to where I can't just put my feet down and stand up. Like, that's not going to happen. I fucking can't stand that shit. It's too scary. So I'd say water that is, like, the ocean, then heights, no, then toads, maybe. I don't know, man. I feel like toads, it's hard because heights are really hard, but I don't encounter heights too frequently. Sling plants are a discomfort. What is a sling plant? Also, howdy, is she in there? Yeah, they are gone. But I'm better. See, you can hear that I'm better now. You can hear that I'm doing good. I'm doing much better now, actually. At the beginning of stream, it was fucking rough because I'd accidentally eaten crunchy food. Water roses? I have to look at that. I have to look this up. I'm going to have a new fear now. I guess also, on the other hand, right? I can't find anything. It just shows me plants in slings. Like, hanging plants And the only thing it's showing me is plants. A lot of watermelons. A lot of watermelons in little hammocks. And Plants vs. Zombies is what it was showing me. And then when I look up water roses, where there's sheer drop in super clear, that I'm not okay with. That I'm not okay with. Whatever. Yep. That I'm like. I don't like that. I don't like that. I hate that. I hate being able to like whenever you can see that it goes, especially if you go down so far you can't see it. Like, if I can see the bottom still, it depends on the place, right? If I can see the bottom, if it drops off and I can see the bottom, that's fine. Otherwise, I like when everything's gradual. But if I can see the bottom, okay. If the ones where they like the deep sea like pools, where it literally just keeps going and it's just an underwater pit to nothingness. Fill that fucker in, dude. Get some concrete up in there. I don't trust it. I don't trust it. You didn't accidentally. How do I? If I think that we did manage to open the gates of hell, but we just were like, yeah, we'll just put a pool on it. Because that's what that looks like. That looks like we made an oopsies. And we just filled it with water as a solution. We were like, ooh, that's bad. And just filled it with water. Just plug that fucker up, you know? Howdy, howdy, Ash. Hi, hi, welcome in. I don't like diving. I've never really been, like I said, I'm not a really big fan of like, because it's not like I can't swim. I can swim a little bit, right? Like I'm not gonna drown. Like I can float, you know? I gotta do posters, so it was good meeting and have fun talking this time. Your stream will definitely pop in. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for dropping. Appreciate it greatly. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. I hope you do, you know, very well. It was lovely talking. Yeah. Appreciate. Have a fantastic rest of your time zone. I say day, but the time zones exist. Could be night. But I hate deep water. I hate deep water. I hate deep water. Stinky deep water. I love swimming, but all my life was competitively for a while too. Like I can't swim to a point where it's a competitive level. Like I can just like I can make it from one end of the pool to the other. You know what I mean? Like it's like I'd be able to get from one end of the pool to the other, and I'd be able to tread water for a while to make sure I don't like I wouldn't touch water and drown. You know what I mean? Like I can swim. But I don't utilize. I reckon that actually this is actually a thought. I probably like would be better at swimming if I didn't feel so uncomfortable every time I can't touch the bottom, because like I tend to cling to the sides. Even like when I go in a pool, I tend to cling close to the side so I can just hang on to the side, because I don't like when my feet aren't touching something. Unless I'm floating on my back, but that's different. Where's the there should have been a button to like collection. We have, I think we have most of them now. We might actually have all of them almost. Cause, oh, we don't have that. We don't have, well, the events is separate. But but we have too many of them. Listening to music? Yeah, just I actually haven't been listening to music that much because again, the past few weeks I just literally did nothing. Fancy duck with the pipe. Where's the fancy duck with the pipe? I was trying to find it. The join in? There's not really a joining in. I just named them. I'm gonna stay for a little more. Hell yeah! I will be going soon though. You have to, I will name them. Name one pants grab. Which one? Because we have, I'm gonna go on this page. I was gonna try and actually click on it, but I can't find them. I'm having it. Oh, here we go. I'm just going to, you claim this one. And then... Because it doesn't have to be the name, but I'm putting it there for now because it's there. Which one did you want, Sheena? Because I am content. Because we have Peony and Plague Victim and Lord of Bread. Super purple one. Which one was super purple? No, that one's like glittery. Super purple. The polygon one. Above the rainbow. Oh, true. That is way more purple. My brain is. How could I not? Hang on. I know how to spell. I can type on a keyboard. Yep, I can type on a keyboard. I triple checked that one. It's like Chrome. Dude fucking pimped my duck. That's what they fucking went on there and pimped his duck up. I like, cause there's a lot of them now. I like the hat one, but it keeps flying away. I hate it. I hate it so much. I hate it with a passion. I despise its existence. I hope that it blows up and that it fucking dies. I want it to die. I don't want this one to live. I know that these ducks, I don't think they're animate. I think they're inanimate. But I hope that this duck comes to life and then dies because I don't like it. I hate it. And then the other one that I don't like is... Oh, little spy duck. Little bee duck. I do like this little plant one. I have a soft spot. I don't really like the color green, but I have a very soft spot for things that have a sprout on their head. This one. I don't like these ones. These ones weird me out. Like, there's nothing wrong with them except for the fact the eyes. I don't like the eyes. They should have Funko Popped it and just given it little eyes. Like, you didn't need to draw all that. Is it? No, that's not this one. This one, it's not. It's all the same color. It doesn't look like it's trying to be, you know, hyper-realism. So I'm more on board with it. But like, and there's the ominous glowing duck of glowing orbs. Ominous glowing ducks of glowing orbs. Yeah, I don't. It's just very cute. It's just whenever anything has like a little orb, like a little sprout. He's flowering. He's in bloom. He in bloom. He's just like his little happy face on the flower. He's happy. He's a happy chappy. I have no idea. I hope it's not bad. Please don't tell me that it's like, oh, actually, it's like this bad. Like, actually, it has, like, really, like, you know, like, it's the roots are, like, okay, good, head empty, I can get behind that. There's too many times where I've been like, oh, that's cute, and then someone's like, want to hear the backstory? Like, all that, like, for example, if your favorite animal is a dolphin, I feel bad for you. I feel bad for you, dude. Because, like, there it is, it's staring at me. Do you see what I mean? By like, it's just too much. It's just too much on the eyes. Like, just... And it's just, on a duck, it's not okay. Like, in this setting, I don't like it. When everything else has got, like, little eyes or slightly stylized, and then that one's just like... It makes me uncomfortable. I am pretty sure that it knows every sin I've ever committed and will commit. It knows when I'm going to die, and because it's going to be the... But yeah, I hate when people is like it's judging me for not resting. If I turn my tracking off, my model goes to sleep. Does that count? Look, I'm going soon. I'm going soon. Don't worry. I'll be out of here by 11 anyway. But it's like, yeah, there's too many times where it's like, oh, actually, this has really dark roots or something like that. Or someone has to be like, here's a fact, and it's never happy. By having ice cream, I don't have ice cream. The only ice cream I have has nuts in it. And I feel like that would hurt my throat. The only ice cream I have in my freezer at the moment is like a cone, like a drumstick, so it has a crunchy cone, and I think that would hurt my throat. And then the other one that I have is like has like nuts in it, which I think would also hurt my throat. So it's like stinky. Ice laws are a popular thing after throat procedures. Dude, like, again, it's still like, can you imagine? It felt like being abducted. I will still say, waking up after the surgery felt like being abducted. Also, for me, it's about 10:17. It's just after 10:15. But it's like, wakes up. Like, you know, again, someone being like, have a good sleep. And then wakes up, hears your name and wakes up to it, gets a fucking cord ripped out of your throat. Offers, like, Zupa Duper. Like, what? Like, literally, like, 2 seconds after waking up, they're like, you want a Zupa Duper? You want Zupa Duper? You want a little Zupa Duper? And I was like, no, buddy! I wanna go back to sleep, why'd you wake me up? Like, what? Yeah, we wanna, buy throat suit. Dude, I still am, like, stuck on, like, my brother found out I was getting them out, and he asked me if I'm gonna ask to keep them, and it's like, what? Why would I do that? Like, number one, I'm pretty sure they can't do that, and number two, why would I even ask? Like, it's like, yeah, you know, I'm getting my tonsils out. He's like, you gonna ask to keep them? If I fucking want them, I wouldn't be getting them removed. The fuck? Like, clearly I don't fucking want that anymore. You know, it's like, I'm getting it out because I don't fucking want it. I don't want them. They can keep them. Knockout drug where you could dream, or the one where you didn't, and the operative felt instant. That's what I mean. Like, literally, it's like, have a nice sleep, and then I wake up and they're like, you want a Zupa Duper? Can you imagine? Like, again, because this is what I feel like it's the closest I'm gonna get, like, an alien abduction. Like, you just get fucking abducted, probed, and then they're like, you want a Zupa Duper? Do you know what, though? I feel like aliens should get on that shit. I'm just saying. I feel... Oh, Zupa Duper. Like an ice lolly. I misspelled it, but you get the fucking point. Like these. Zupa Duper. They fucking... I liked these packets, cause I don't know, I like the dude just fucking whipping them out like that. I like this design. I feel like, look at this. What is this? What is it? That's so boring. That's so boring, dude. Motherfucker's on display. He's just like, you want some of this? You want some of this? You want some of this? He's just fucking whipping it out, dude. Like that, I would fucking eat the fuck out of that shit. And then they're just like, yeah, we put them down here. Like, I don't want it unless it's a cosmic space bot whipping it out. Those would cut the shit out of your mouth. Yes. That is exactly it. But that is what is offered. That is what they give you like 2 seconds after you wake up. I didn't say yes. I didn't take it because I just didn't want to eat. I just wanted to sleep. They woke me up and I was like, why the fuck did you do that? That's the best sleep I've ever gotten, dude. Like, just let me sleep it off for the whole week. That's how the Joker got his mouse scars. Exactly, exactly. But it's like, I reckon aliens, if you abduct people, but you at least offer them... Because I feel like I am a lot kinder towards the scenario because it is kind of funny. I wake up choking, but then they offer me an ice block. I was like, at least they did offer me an ice block. They were actually so nice. I felt so bad because I really wasn't engaging with any... Like I said, the fucking rude doctor, he's not rude. He was actually very good. And obviously, like, he did a good job and all that kind of shit. But he pointed out that I looked like I was gonna cry. And for that, fuck you. Don't do that shit. Yes, I am about to burst into tears. You didn't have to say it, though. You didn't have to say, like, you good, you look like you're gonna cry. Why, man? Why? Fucking mean. Bully. The person who took me up to the room, though, for, like... Because the person who came and was like, you know, follow me and to take me in to get into the surgery and everything like that was so nice. And he was so cool. I feel like it helped a lot because I was very, very scared, but having someone make the joke that, okay, we're gonna get in the TARDIS now because the elevator was kind of broken, because the place was still under construction. It's not broken, it's like all the dates are wrong, right? So it just has like placeholders. So the dates are like, it's like 2000. So he was making the joke, it's like, you know, we don't have a DeLorean, but we do have elevators. And then made the comment of like, you know, you probably don't even know what that is. And it's like, who hasn't seen Back to the Future? What are you talking about? Of course I'm saying. But it's like, I feel like having someone make the jokes about like, you know, even just the elevator. Maybe at least you know about it, you know what I mean? I've watched them. I don't remember much, but it was one of those ones where I was sick. And so I just watched all 3 of them because it's like, well, I can't fall asleep. And I feel like shit, so I'm just gonna put movies on. So I have watched them. I remember liking it. Then you have to be under a rock to not to. Yeah, I guess it's also an age thing. Because I do get that as time goes on, there is considerably less of those like jokes and memes about it. Or if they are mentioned, it's like it's not clear like where it came from, right? Like that thing where it's a joke, but you wouldn't know the show it's from. You just know it's that guy. Like I imagine, and this is like a very out there kind of thing because this one is, but imagine a world where, is this leaking? This better not be leaking. Ice just fell around. What is, oh, it's from the outside of it, we're good. I just had a piece of ice fall on my lap and I'm like, my ice pack, I need that for my ear because my throat hurts. I'm still so pissed. And a good day was Emmy and not happy. That's me on a good day as well. I'm in bed at 24/7. 24/7 in bed with blankies. It's the only way to be. I did my fucking assignment in the bed under blankies as well. Crunchy ice cubes are nice. They are. There was many a time where I'm just kind of, last night actually as well. Cause, oh, what did I do? I did something. I can't remember now. I think it was last night or the night before, but I did something and I fucked my throat up. And so I made Jesse get me a bowl of ice. And so I'm just sitting there in bed being like, just chewing on little ice cubes. Because it's like, soothing. I can't remember what I did, but I remember my throat was really hurting. Maybe I did nothing. Probably this. If you flash freeze them, they get more porous and brittle. Okay, well, I have store-bought ice, so... Fancy, I know. I'm just too forgetful to fill the tray to the point where it's like, it's better to just buy it. There are some times, I have been learning that there are times where you pick a battle. Pick a battle. As far as ice goes, the amount of times I was there was actually ice in the freezer from me remembering to put the fucking was like never. And so it was always like disappointing because I'd be like, oh yeah, I want ice, and there's no ice. Yeah, cause like it's originally we didn't have enough room for ice trays. Like literally just we couldn't put ice trays in the freezer, and we couldn't have a bag, right? There was just not enough room. And now we have room, but it's still just that thing of I forget. Like it's like it sounds like really like, again, you just put a system in place, but it's like, look, it's not just me, it is also like ice, I refill it and the next time I use the other ice tray in case it hasn't frozen yet. But it's like there's two, like it, I don't know, it's just one of those things where it's like, it does sound like it makes sense, but I can't, I like, even I don't exactly know how I kept fucking it up. And there was never any, sorry, my fucking throat's drying out. I'm just talking and all of a sudden it's like, haha. I blame my balding ass tongue. I never thought I would have a receding hairline on my fucking tongue, dude. I'm still like, I'm in shock. I'm not over it. This stream has just been me sitting here being like, man, I didn't shit for a week. And I was abducted by the aliens in the surgery and they offered me Super Dupers. And my fucking tongue is balding. Self-plastic trays is so much easier to get the ice cubes out now. See, because I bought, like, I had a bunch of them. Because it's like that thing of, I do try. Like, I try different types of, for example, with water bottles. I try different types of, wait, is that a little ducky over here? What's he doing over here? How did he get over there? Oh, you enjoy being up there, buddy. That's his spot. He's just keeping them all safe. Stuff, you mean silicone? Isn't that the stuff you put in butts? I'm gonna have so much microplastics that it goes to my ass, and I'm gonna have the fattest cheeks in all the land. I'm gonna walk in the mirror, and I'm gonna be like, mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fattest of them all? And then I'm gonna throw it back so hard that it claps, you know what I mean? That's the life I'm trying to live. Those are goals. You know, you can have goals of lose weight, get stronger, blah 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 blah. But like, that's my goal. That's where I want to be in life. Not like, you know, I don't want to like kids, marriage, stable work conditions, home ownership. They're all nothing compared to knowing you have the fattest cheeks. I said what I said and I will not elaborate. You never wanted to have a fat ass. I don't know, man. You gotta have, I feel like that's everybody's goal. Get the fattest cheeks. Gotta work on the glutes. Buns and thighs. Silicone butts aren't as nice, though. That is true. That is, I guess it doesn't, I guess, to be fair, it's nice. I say it is true, but that's just because the first thing that comes to mind is the botch. I before watching Botched, as like, you know, growing up and being unconfident in my body, I was like, man, the moment I can afford to, which is the biggest fucking joke. The moment I can afford to. What do you think these are? Fucking $10 tits? But I wanted a boob job. I was like, still in my teenage developing body, and I was like, no, this is not developing fast enough. I need to fucking speed that shit up, you know? And I was just, if this moment I can afford to, I'll have to take your word for that, because I don't have the privilege of, I don't have the experience. And that sucks, because it's like, I don't know, it's such a weird feeling, because it's like, because for you to say they don't feel, right? That means you have touched. And it's like, it hurts to be, like, mentally, it's like, I haven't touched. You know what I mean? Like, you've been able to touch enough butts that you're like, this is what silicone feels like, and this is what silicone doesn't feel like. And meanwhile, I'm over here, and I've only touched, like, 2 butts. Like, what? I have to get more, like, what? What? Touch silicone tits? Buddy, I haven't really touched all that many tits. Okay? I have not. I'm more of a visual admirer. I'm a hands-on, like, I'm more of a visual than hands-on, you know what I mean? So it's like all I've done is admire from afar. And from afar, even then, like, yeah, it's like, it depends. Like, cause there is, and they look okay. And then there's the ones where it's like, you needed, why, like, whoever did that, they just put, like, a fucking melon in your chest and called it a day. Like, is that even... Your tits look like so... Like, they look food safe. You know what I mean? Like, it looks like you're stashing lunch in there. Because it's just rock hard. Like, there's meant to be physics and squish. And that's the... I find that for all... that there is this emphasis, especially I feel like in the moment is kind of having its moment again, where we're coming back with the low-rise jeans. So we're going back to that, like, no belly. So we're going back to, like, low-rise jeans. Flat belly is what I keep seeing everywhere, as well as, like, Ozempic becoming bigger. And it feels like a lot of that is more... I've seen... Not that it's all that's there, but it feels like it's more prevalent. Do you know what I mean? So it's just, like... What was I saying? I forgot. Give me a moment. I'm on it. Oh, yes. For all of that, I'm not interested. Show me some squish. There's something about the squish of soft flesh. Even from an aesthetic standpoint. Not even like, oh my god, that's so fucking, like, hot. It's just like, it just looks nice. Like a fucking... That, like, the one that comes to mind is the, like, that one picture of that statue where people are like, whoa, they, like, the way that they carved it, it really does look soft. Like, you know when it's like that when something touches it, it's soft. It looks supple. Because it's just, like, squish. And that doesn't mean just tits. I mean thighs, belly, anywhere. Where there is just, like, if you touched it, it's soft. Do you know what I mean? Like, that there is that squish. And it's just, like, compared to completely, like, no fat. I'm supposed to booby grab every now and then, especially to check for anything abnormal like lumps, so I always go to booby grab you. I fucking hate tits, man. Okay, look, I love tits. I love tits and I hate tits. Because, like, rant, though. Little bit of a rant. Because, like, again, biology. Who the fuck designed this? Why is it that I can just be existing? Right? You just be chilling the fuck out. You're like, yes, everything is okay. And then the next minute, boom, your tits hurt. And that's just, like, a thing. Like, it just, that just kind of happens sometimes. Because for whatever reason, it's just like... we've decided that, actually, like, we've fucked up the hormone or whatever, and it's just, like, why? Like, and then the other thing that's fun is that it's just, like, I hate it because, like, in any being, like... Because anytime you look up symptoms, right, you're just like, my throat hurts. And it's like, are you pregnant? And I remember panicking because I thought I might be pregnant. I'm like 13 years old. I've never even seen a peenie. And I'm like, Googling, like, my tummy hurts. No shit, Sherlock, you're about to get it. But in my brain, I'm like, pregnant? Because it's something I'm passionate about. Because fuck your human body, man. Why the fuck it gotta be? You have a headache? Pregnant. You have a tummy ache? Pregnant. You're tired? Pregnant. You anything? Pregnant. Or maybe you just have a cold. And that is so unfair because, like, what are you telling me? The hypotheticals are you have a sniffle or you're about to pop a human body out of your human body. Like, that is such a... just tell me the chance... I'd rather be dead. I don't know, man. I would rather Google something and it tell me that I'm dying than it tell me that this is also a symptom of, like, pregnancy. And it's so unfair. Because, again, literally, 13, never even seen a peenie. And I'm being like, am I preggies? Because Google told me I could be preggies. Like, what the fuck? That's not fair. And I hate that. I wish it was just the case of, I'd rather be told, like, go coffin shopping. I'd rather go coffin shopping than fucking bassinet shopping. Or crib. Or pram. Changes were designed as a medical equipment for childbirth complications. And again, I would rather die. Like, that's what I mean. You literally had to create a chainsaw for that shit. And so now when I get a headache, it's like, are they gonna chainsaw man me? That's like the scary... I have always constant supply. Because, like, literally, I just hate it. Because it's literally, you look up, like... And then the worst part is, right? Because... it's just, like... Phantom. Or, like... because it's like the whole thing of, like... Oh, yes, you've gotten your time of the month, so you should be set. Wrong. Wrong. That does not mean you're safe. You can sometimes still get that and B at the same time. So it's not even like, oh, now I know I'm not preggies because I've gotten that. It's like, yeah, you could have both. And my throat hurts, so my ear hurts. Why? Who designed the human body? I just want to talk to them. I feel like they didn't debug that shit. The human body did not get debugged. That is the most, like, I don't know, there's so many points where it's just like, who signed off on this work and sent that? Who shipped this? Who really went, that's cool, full send? Fuck 'em. It's just not fair. Because, again, it's literally like, do you have a headache and, like, opening the pelvis like you're cracking open a cold one with your boys? Why is... I don't want to say where my head went with that joke. My brain, unfortunately... yeah, my... I don't like the first location my brain went to. I'm too fucking brain rotted. I fucking... My first fucking thought was like a morgue or a graveyard with, like, open the pelvis, crack open a cold one. It's like, yes, straight from the morgue. I hate so many, like, I don't know, like, I feel so guilty anytime there's a joke about a serious topic and I find it funny. Do you know what I mean? Like, in the sense of, drink driving is very bad. It is very bad, and you should never, ever, ever do that. It is an awful thing to do, right? That's because my throat settled. I took Panadol, so now it's not as sore, and I coughed off the scab. There was like a giant scab. I went to check in the mirror before, and there was like a giant chunk of scab that was like ripped off because I accidentally ate crunchy food. And I coughed it off, I think, earlier, because like my swallowing was a bit difficult. And now I don't feel like there's something stuck at the back of my throat anymore. But drink driving's very bad, but I find the memes where it's like, oh, you know, me thinking that driving was getting a little too boring. Or me being 10 beers deep when my keys manifest in my pocket kind of thing. Like that, I find, I always laugh at them, and it makes me feel guilty because it's like, this is a serious topic. Is either cursed or horrifying? It is... Why not both? And funny! You can say funny as well. Sometimes things are cursed and funny at the same time. I feel like... Thrusty noted in Emmy's vocabulary. I am constantly expanding my vocabulary. I feel like it's slowed down, and that makes me feel scared. I feel like I'm losing my vocabulary in the sense of I feel like I'm falling behind on what the kids say because I've been so tired and I haven't been through TikTok recently. So I don't know what our new like thing to say is now. I'm still stuck on Skibbity and like, oh no, it is Chicken Jockey. I haven't even been to see it. But that's one of them at the moment is Chicken Jockey. I'm kind of scared. I wanted to go take my brother to, cause public transport is cheap. So I was like, yeah, we'll take the train. We'll go into the city and there's a cheap movie theater in there and we'll go see Minecraft. But I have social anxiety as it is. And movies should be a safe space. Movies are usually pretty good when you're anxious, right? The kids or the kid. I look at people my age and I still be like kids because I feel like a kid. Do you know what I mean? Like I am 25 and like what the fuck do you mean y'all are having like children and like buying houses or like doing stuff? Like what do you mean you're like doing stuff? Maybe it's just because I am you know, unemployed. I don't know the way to say it, but it's like I'm studying but not really like in uni. Like I'm not in a big course. I'm just doing a small course because I tried to do a big course, but I got too overwhelmed and I had to drop out. So I'm still trying, but I was just going a smaller path. So it feels weird to say I'm studying. I am trying to learn, but it's like I don't have a job because I'm too anxious. And it's like that whole thing of it's like so I feel like I duck you. I like that duck.
Sheena 017 asked me
an Australian
between
duck,
Emmy having their thrusty neutered and hearing the words chicken jockey, which is worse. Ah, young Sheena 017, one must consider that words hold the power we give them. If hearing chicken jockey brings unease, perhaps it is the imagery it conjures. Yet, the idea of something being neutered might strike the heart of compassion and empathy. So which is worse? It depends on the balance of humor and sensitivity within your own heart.
So,
choose wisely.
I need to say the word thrusty neutered more. The thrusty, not thrusty, my brain is dying. Thrusty, Anyway, I need to say that more because it strikes compassion and empathy. So, whereas chicken jockey, throat stickles, I do quite like throat stickles. I use the mouth stickles, throat stickles, mouth balls. Big fan of mouth balls because I like the word balls. I don't know, it's just a nice word. Balls! It's a nice word. But I feel like basically if you are 24, you're a kid to me. Like the moment I see the age of I'm 20, like I don't know what is considered a kid because like literally I'm 25, but the moment I see anything and it's like, oh, I'm 22 years old, I'm like, oh, it's a baby. They're a baby. I was like, I'm 23. Oh, they're a baby. 24. Oh, it's a baby. 25. Oh, it's a baby, but I'm old. See, my 25, it's like height. My 25 is different than everyone else's 25. Same as my 5'6" is different from everyone else's 5'6". That's just how it works. That is literally, I don't make the rules. Well, I do make the rules, and I will enforce them. a Minecraft movie, not my kind of thing. I just like the movies because again, it's like a safe space. It is generally like one of those things where it's that nobody is really talking. If you go at the right times, nobody is really talking. There's no interaction expected from anybody. And unless you're going and you're seeing like, again, like this movie or like Endgame was one, or a kids movie in general, it's like you might get people going woo. I still remember, I don't remember much of Detective Pikachu, but I do remember the child standing up and going, "It's Kirby!" So I just love the confidence and the fucking parent like pulling them back down and being like, "Shut the fuck up, child," because like every fucking incorrectly named every single fucking Pokemon that popped up on that screen, and it's like, buddy, you're right, that's Kirby. That's Kirby now. That's fucking they got it wrong. Not Jigglypuff, it's Kirby. Fun brainless watch. Yeah, I love fun brainless watches. I don't know, I feel like for all the movies, I feel like it's a really odd place as far as like video game movies go, because it's like, it feels like whiplash, because you've got the movies and it's like brain dead fun, right? Not particularly grand, but not bad. But then you get like Borderlands or like Halo, but then you also get Fallout, and it's like, it's fucking whiplash, because it's like, holy shit, this is so fucking bad, but it's like, and then it's so good again. All those movie films they made were scary. Yeah, it's just fun and funny things. It feels like that's what, at the very moment, that's what it feels like. Game, and to an extension, like toys, in the sense of like you've also got Barbie, and then apparently they want to do more with it. But it's like, I don't fucking know. Like, you did good. I haven't watched it, but I know you did good. That was one of the movies that I was gonna watch, except that I didn't fall asleep. Like I did fall asleep. Minecraft movie is more Jack Black doing Jack Black with the background looking like Minecraft than it is being Minecraft movie feat Jack Black. Yeah, it does kind of look like that, but it's like, but that's what I mean. And then it's like, the Monster Bet, the next one that comes out, is actually decent. Went to the movies, it was for Treasure Planet. I ain't been in years. What was the last movie I went to watch? I know I went to, like the first one that comes to mind that I remember actively going to watch was Alien, like not like Romulus, but I know there was a movie that came afterwards. I just liked Romulus. What movies came out after that? I know I went to go see a movie at the end of last year. I think I had the ticket somewhere, because I never throw anything out. Actually, give me a moment. I'm gonna see if I can find it. I want more movies. Watch Enter the Spider-Verse. I think I've watched the Spider-Verse movies. I like them. Yeah, I'll be back in a moment. Sonic. That was it. I remember there was one I was missing. Sonic. I went to go see Sonic. I was like, there was a movie, and I remember I actually liked it, and I thought I wouldn't like it. Remember watching the animated Atlantis as a kid? I would love to see that on a screen. That was one of my favorite movies. I absolutely adored that growing up. I watched that tape so much. I loved watching that movie. I also like Treasure Planet as well. But yes, I liked Sonic the Hedgehog. Unfortunately, I think that was the last one. That was those are the tickets that were in the spot when I cleaned out my bag the other day. Because I didn't throw any of it in the bin. I just kind of left it on the couch. First time I went to the cinema, I was like 5. Mum told me to watch. I don't even remember the first movie I went to go see. That one I don't remember. I do remember going to see. One movie I remember going to see was Up in 3D. Which was, I don't think I liked it. But like, other than that, I don't remember. I remember seeing... See, most of the movies that I remember that matter to me are all the ones that I watched on VHS. Were like the Land Before Time, Fox and the Hound, Elmer, all that kind of stuff. I've never seen a Top Gun movie. I like horror. I like horror and Brain Dead. Those are the two. The last movies I went to go see, I like Romulus and Sonic 3. And that's basically about it as far as cinema goes, because the rest of it's like, doesn't interest me. I'm not a big fan. I don't hate comedies, but I'm not the biggest fan of comedies or rom-coms or romance or, to a degree, action. I feel like I don't mind action if it's a tense action. There are some times where it's stupid, but it's like, it feels like I only like action when it's like it wasn't meant to be. Do you know what I mean? Like, for example, like Meg. Like Meg 2 would comes to mind, where it's like, or Sharknado. Whereas, like, I don't think they really meant for this to be... I think it was meant to have some aspects that were meant to be horror. But, it just doesn't. Tremors is another one that comes to mind. Where it's like, I think it was made with the idea of having aspects of horror, but... not really. Thing is one of my favorite movies still though. I still love The Thing and I love Alien. I don't know, I rewatched Alien not too long ago comparatively, and it's still just one of those things where like, fuck, I love this movie. But I actually do need to head out because it is almost 11. So I'm gonna go and lay down, because I'm also, at the same time as, yes, I'm getting louder, it is because I'm having to force my voice out more, so I like crying to movies. I always cry in movies that aren't sad in the sense of if it's intense. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's like, okay, example, Transformers. Like, when they, like, it's that final fight moment, and it's like, you know, or like, you know, it'll be like, you know, Optimus will be fucking monologuing, and then it'll be like, what? And then my eyes will be like watering, because it's like, fucking cinema! Fucking cinema! Like when the main character, when somebody gets their moment, I find my eyes start watering, because it's like, beautiful, beautiful fucking cinema. I don't think I've seen that. I try to avoid. Go to sleep. I don't want any sleepies. I probably should. Again, I do have to head out. Okay, where is the raid? We'll pull up the raid. And then we'll put it on the ending screen so that I can head out. I am, again, my voice is still recovering. I'll try my best to stream again tomorrow, but it probably will actually end up being a shorter stream, literally just because I think I fucked my voice already. I'm talking louder, but again, it's because I have to force it out. Thank you for chatting. I had a fun time, even though I didn't really do anything and I just chatted. But I am going to head out to go and rest and watch some more The Pit. It makes me uncomfortable, and for some reason I like that. It gives me the same vibes as when I watch horror. I'm uncomfortable. Don't make it worse, actually rest. Fuck you, you can't tell me what to do. I'll make it worse on accident. You can't stop me. You can't control me. I'm ungovernable. Ungovernable. But again, thank you so much everybody for joining. I am so glad to be back. It is good to be back in business. Jesse's in tomorrow, he can stop. You know, he's not home tomorrow. He has work, so we're good. He won't be here. It means it's party time. So again, I'll try and stream tomorrow. I'll try and stream on Friday, and I'll definitely stream on Saturday. Saturday I'll 100% be back, and then the week after that it should be pretty normal. And then when Jesse goes in for his surgery, I'll probably disappear for again. That's age away. But again, thank you everybody for joining. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day, your evening. Make sure that you will take care of yourselves, everybody. Do as I say, not as I do. Make sure you stay hydrated. Remember to take your meds, buy yourself a little treat. Maybe we shouldn't introduce people to the vocabulary of throatsticles. And until next time, everybody, stay safe, take care, and bye-bye.